Well, we thought we would just sit down and take a minute to talk to you guys about this huge decision that we just made. We are back out at the house, and Sean is going to measure how big the house is to see what we're working with square footage wise. So we measured the house that we're staying in now for vacation, and it was about 960 square feet ish that we're guessing. And so we're going to see what this one is here and see how much square footage we're actually going to have.
It's 2,600 square feet.
The house?
72 long.
Okay.
By 36.
Wow.
But that's with the front porch.
Okay.
Which I would think we'd plan on probably enclosing.
Okay.
So that we can use it. You know, these back areas we're going to have to take off unless we'll probably end up adding to this.
Right. Yep.
And just going with a big square for the time being.
Right. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, we thought it was going to be smaller than what we were working with.
Well, I'll take off the corners that are cut out.
Yeah.
And I'll probably be surprised it's a little bit, quite a bit smaller, but we'll see.
Well, even 1,500 would be.
Well, yeah.
I mean.
So we'll find out what the livable space is right now without adding enclosing the porch and making it livable. Okay. And these corners, so.
Okay. So we have figured out that it is about 1,750 square feet. So the house that we're staying in right now on vacation is a little less than 1,000. And our house back home in Omaha is, if you don't count the basement, it is about 2,200 square feet. And then we finished the basement, which makes it about 2,800 square feet. So this house is 1,750. We're thinking that it might be 3 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. I know my mom expressed a little bit of concern because we never walked into the house. But for what we paid for the property, we were really just wanting to make sure we had the electricity, the sewer, the water, all of that stuff on the property already. So that way we could just kind of make a bigger and better house. And so all of that stuff is here. And even though we haven't walked into the house, we have looked through the windows and we have seen probably 80% of the house. And so we are thrilled that it is the square footage that it is, because it is definitely not as small as we thought it was going to be. What are you guys doing? Gavin's getting poked by the barbed wire in his butt.
Okay, don't trust this right here. Don't trust this. Because I trust it.
You guys are so funny.
I can't get up.
Climbing trees. This one's pretty low, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, be careful. Why? Because I'm so scared.
You're scared?
For him.
For him?
How do you learn to get down?
I don't know. You're going to have to figure that out.
I got down.
If you get up, you got to get down.
I don't know how to get up. Then get on.
Yeah.
Guys, watch out.
I can't believe Rosie's first.
I was first. Could someone help me?
Listen to me. That's barbed wire you're putting your hands on.
Oh. That's how everyone got it. They were on.
Gavin, come here. Let me see your nice new haircut. Let me see your flash lines. Woo! We gave all the boys haircuts. Christian got his over there.
He got a laugh.
John's up in the tree with his nice haircut. Now that you're all the way up there, how are you going to get down?
I don't know. Yeah. I need Dad to catch me.
Oh, yeah, right. You're going to have to go back the way you came.
Oh, John. Oh, gosh, dang it.
Oh, very funny.
Oh, Rosie, don't fall. I'm so scared.
Oh no! Oh no! What if she falls? Oh!
To the low point. I'm scared.
Okay, here she goes.
I'm gonna jump.
Push off and jump. Land on your feet though. Can you do it?
I don't know.
Can you do it? Can you do it?
High?
5, 4, 3, 2. Whoa! She did
That
it.
hurt my feet.
Oh.
Ow. That hurt.
Well, good for me. Okay, John. Whoa!
I got off like that.
Let me see your nice haircut now.
Oh yeah, perfect.
It looks good. Well, we thought we would just sit down and take a minute to talk to you guys about this huge decision that we just made. And so if you've been watching, you know that we've been driving around looking at lots, and we were thinking about how nice it would be to have a lot near the water that we could build like a beach house on. And so we were kind of looking around in Rockport and getting an idea of price and all that. And then Sean came across these lots here, and we thought we would just take a peek at them and see what they were like. So we drove out here, and we didn't realize at first that there were so many of them. We only thought that there was just the one. So we came out, saw the one, and then saw that they were labeled with all these track numbers. And so he called the guy and said, hey, is there more than just one? And so they told us about all of the tracks. And so we went looking through some, walked through some, and came across this one that already had everything on it: the house, the barn, you know, all the plumbing is here, the sewer, the electricity, all that stuff. And we thought, wow, you know, that would really be nice to have everything there already. And so this just kind of became the favorite one that we really fell in love with. So
Yeah, so we had, I know I like the ocean better than she does.
Yeah.
And there are concerns about hurricanes and flooding in Rockport. It is, I think what they say, 6 feet off of sea level.
Yeah.
So even when it rains a lot, you kind of are like, oh gosh.
the roads flood and everything, yeah.
The roads kind of get, gross with water, and it poured down yesterday morning and into the day, and it just kind of got like, I don't know, kind of eerie to me. And I think that's because we're in the middle of the country in Omaha, and you never worry about flooding really.
Right.
It's not going to affect you much, and hurricanes don't affect us, and we're very used to having tornado warnings and things like that, and it never really gets in our face much. But out here, I don't know, we feel very peaceful.
Yeah.
We've lived on acreages before with horses, and although Omaha is a great subdivision, or great city.
Yeah. Omaha's a great city, and we live in a great subdivision, other than the neighbors who complained.
Right. It is still within the city limits, and we feel very, very choked at times. Our neighbors are always breathing down our throats.
Well, you kind of feel like, we have all these kids, and they're outside and they play, and I don't know if it's just our kids, but they are so loud. They scream constantly.
It has been an issue from day one. They're just kind of wild.
Yeah, they're very wild.
Which is great. We don't really want to take that out of them.
No.
But we also have watched over the years, the last 5 or 6 years, at how it affects our neighbors and how it kind of affects how we feel about, I don't know, we're kind of always on an edge. When they're outside screaming and yelling and having the most fun, that's when we're the most worried, and we really don't like having to deal with those worries.
Well, and not to mention, so we've always loved the acreages that we've lived on. We've rented them, we've loved them, and we've always kind of dreamed about having one ourselves. And we love animals. Sean used to have an 80-acre pumpkin farm that he did, and so that's just always kind of been in us. I grew up in a small town, and so we've always loved that. And and so then we came out here, and we're so close to the ocean that you can still enjoy it if you want to, but we have all this land, and the kids can run and they can scream, and I feel like you're not so worried about it. Well, of course, we're going to still keep the house in Omaha, so
Yeah.
we'll have both. We'll have a house there and a house here. But I just feel like here, you have all this land where they can run and scream and do all their crazy exploring.
Yeah, and before we started to sit down and talk to you guys, we were trying to figure out, what really are some of the reservations. Obviously, there's a lot of pluses for us, and really to have the farm animals, the horses for the kids to learn, that side of life. We're
how
homeschooling
cool, yeah.
now, but the concerns, the big concern for me, I think it's more than you, is my mom and Joe, my mom and dad, and my family back home, and her family, Tammy, and is being gone from them for extended lengths of time, because I know they enjoy the kids and the kids enjoy them, and we're pretty tight with them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm 53, which I don't know if you guys know that now, but and you're 43.
Yep.
And I don't know, I kind of just feel like it's time to start, living our dream.
Yeah,
you
right.
know.
You have a dream, and when you're able to actually do that dream, you want to take advantage of that. And so that's what we just finally decided, that now is the time, to start living our dream. And we're able to do that, And I think, too, there's always a little concern. We're going to have 2 house payments, 2 electric bills, and so you always, when you're not used to that, that's always in the back of your mind. But
And just on that topic, I feel like that's part of what's going on in my mind. I think it's in yours as well, is how to juggle all of that, how to take care of the lawn back home when we're at this
Right.
home. And we have good family there. We can't really expect them to take care of everything.
No.
So we're looking at maybe when we're there, maybe doing Airbnbs out here, and vice versa back home, doing an Airbnb when we're here.
Yeah.
That way we can book people out, on the weekends all the way to a month or 2.
Right.
And know that we have a specific date. We're planning on coming back home and staying there for a while.
Yep.
It would help with expenses, and
or even just doing room rentals, or
yeah.
something. We've been trying to get creative and think
Well,
outside the box.
Right. And my brother right now and our daughter are staying back home. I know Brianna has expressed interest in coming and being by the ocean and doing that stuff, because she hasn't been exposed to that. But, so there's things we're trying to work through in our mind.
Right.
I don't feel like we've jumped into this. We've been looking on and off for something like this for 10 years. And it just seems to be the right fit. And it is so peaceful. And so, yeah.
And we really believe, I think both of us, that when it's meant to be, it works out. Because we have looked at other things. We actually were thinking about making an offer on another lot, and that one fell through. And so I believe that, because it's worked out so easy, that this was really meant for us.
Yeah. And we've gone back and forth. I've been looking for years on the internet for places, from, where was it? Down off the Florida Keys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Figuring out how we could spend half our time down there,
Yeah.
or just move down there permanently. And it just, there were too many worries on your part with the kids and water. And
Yeah, I do have a fear of the kids in water.
the water is a big draw here. We would not probably just choose this in Nebraska somewhere. It has such availability to the ocean and
Yeah.
boating and
The ocean and the weather
the
for me.
beaches and
I get
then-
very, not depressed, just kind of like the winter blues. And so this, for me, with the nice weather, we're sitting here like this, and it's January. And so this really works for me, as far as I don't get kind of blah because the weather's so nice.
Right. So we will keep you guys up to date as this, hopefully it's not much of a roller coaster, but it may be with the financing and everything else, but we'll keep you guys up to date and let you know how this is going.
Bye.
Bye.